Yo, what's good, you guys? Man, I didn't know if uh I didn't know if because I know YouTube has been having problems. I know Scarless, he just said it. YouTube is down, and yeah, YouTube was having problems. But we gon' it seems like I got people coming in, so we gonna try to wing this. We gonna try to wing this, you guys. Um, yeah, you guys, man, you guys, I went out to eat today, and uh, you guys, I was feeling kind of raunchy today, right at the end of, when I was supposed to go live, feeling raunchy, but you know, hey, I got to go live for you guys, man. I'm here for you guys, so you know what I mean. As you can see by the title, um, we got some problems, you guys. We got some problems, man. We got some things going on. Um, a lot of things is happening, you guys, in the streaming community. You know, and it's gonna affect a lot of people. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't think a lot of things is going on. Um, it is. You know what I mean? It is. You're gonna see, multiple APKs just like because shutting down like Cinema HD. If you guys didn't recently see Superdell's video that he did, Cinema HD is shutting down. It's closing its doors. That app's been around for a very long time. You guys, I've used it multiple times, and um, it just seems like it's it can be real that some of these apps are just gonna say screw it. So YouTube, here we go. Let me see let me see I can't bring up my chat. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. So what's up, William? What's happening, man? Long time no see. How you feeling, man? Hopefully you doing better than what I'm doing, man. Hopefully you got to be feeling better than how I'm feeling. This is my dude right here, Skull Playlist. YouTube is down. Yeah, I noticed that earlier, just a second ago. I was messing around on my phone and the home screen on YouTube just like went away. So they are experiencing problems. I noticed, some of it is working and some of it is not, okay? But, I'm sure they'll get it fixed, all right? Wes Davis is in the building. What's up? What's the problem? You know, um, I got this little article I wanted to read to you guys, and Superdale brought it to my attention that Cinema HD is closing down. And then you guys also, see that which we all know about Fire Sticks, Amazon, that they're stopping third party apps, you know what I mean? So um but yeah, I just wanted to touch grounds with you guys on, there's a lot of things that is a lot of these apps are raising their prices, like Netflix and all them, raising their prices, you guys. They see all this and they want to take advantage of it. You know what I mean? They see all this stuff, slowly like disappearing, with the Fire Sticks. So they're going to raise their prices because they know more people are going to come to them. That's what they're assuming. Okay. Wes Davis says, it's good for me. It like, it's like all of it. Oh, yeah. You guys, there's options out there, and there's some other options out there, you guys. And then you guys, like I tell you guys, you know what I mean? I tell you guys a long time ago. I mentioned this on Kenneth Mullen's show. If you guys don't know, you guys go ahead and look him up and subscribe to him. Very, very good guy, colleague of mine's. We get together, and we talk about subjects like these, you know what I mean? The streaming subjects, you know what I mean? And I got an article right here, you guys. This is coming from Core Cutters News, okay? Streaming services are raising their prices and others are shutting down. The biggest cord cutting stories of the past week, you guys. So this has been the news of the week, okay? Some apps, shutting down, leaving for good, not enough attention, maybe not enough, this or that. And then you have some other apps, you know, um, that are raising their prices. They want more money. You know what I mean? They want more money, and and uh and eventually, if a lot of these apps shut down, they will get their money. So, let's see what it says right here. It says one of the most notable events involved the impending shutdown of a major Canadian streaming platform. Okay, so some of these, they talk about some of these apps, shutting down, and talking about some of the channels that are like Oxygen E, USA, that are part of these other apps. Okay, and a lot of these apps can't make a deal with them. So since they can't make a deal with them, then they want to go to the point where they either want to make more money, or they're going to have force themselves to shut down. And it says another key development: AMC announced the upcoming price increase for its ad-free subscription. You guys, see, this is what I don't like. The ad, they take advantage of people, you guys. We got to stick together. We got to, they need to hear our voices, you guys. And if you guys can't hit that thumbs up, so everybody else can, be able to, listen to this, okay? Even with the ads, the ones that with the ads on it, you guys, they charge so much just for you to watch an ad, you guys. So AMC announced that the upcoming price increase for its ad-free subscription tier, the monthly rate will be $10.99, effectively on or after March 13th of 2026. So they're planning on raising their prices, you guys. And meanwhile, you got these other apps that they're talking about, that are doing some things too. And it's just, you guys, it's getting to the point where you need to find a way to get your own content. You guys, you must get your own content. You must get your own content. Let's see what Wes Davis is talking about. Let's see who this is. William, doing good using the knowledge you shared with me in the building my library. Appreciate it so much. Praying for a full recovery for you. Grand to see you and see you on the platform. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it so much. I'm doing pretty good. I'm supposed to have my brace on right now, but I took it off for a minute because I'm just gonna sit here, and talk to you guys, so I'm not moving my neck really at all. So, but yeah, I think I appreciate it. And you guys, just like like William says, I shared a little bit of knowledge with him on how to go ahead and get his own. You know what I mean? How to use your knowledge, to to do things to get you get things on your own, you guys. Basically, to get things on your own. And Wes Davis says all of the apps are about to be shut down. About to go to a mini PC for me. Yeah, you guys. A mini PC is a very, very good thing to have because you guys, um, there they have not made no adjustments to no PC. You can still use there's still ways to use Kodi. You always use Kodi. Kodi is a free app. It's free in the Android app store, and it's free on the internet on PC. So you know what I mean. There's a lot of ways, and there's a couple other apps too. I forget. I have them in my group underneath some of my apps, but there's a couple other apps that run through Android and they also run through PC and I've been passed on to this app, to check out, and I actually checked it out and it was a good app. I forgot the name of it. I would actually have to ask Kenneth the name of that app, okay? Because I don't think that nothing happened to that app, and it's a very, very good app. I think it's called, I want to say Streamio, I think. So very, very good app. What's up, Huff Link? What's happening, my dude? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it stopping by. I heard they put you in jail for a little bit. Shame on them, man. Shame on them for doing that to you. That's all right. You just need to, figure out, ways to, work around subject without spilling the guts, you know what I mean? Because sometimes when they hear a certain word or if they hear a certain thing, then they like, uh-oh, then they get on a high alert, so be careful with that. So, we don't want to see you go nowhere, big guy. I like listening to some of your I like listening to your videos and stuff. So be careful. Skull playlist says all that money just for streaming. Yeah, you guys. And I mean, like, listen, you guys. It may take a little bit of money to start your own thing, but you guys, it's well worth it. You guys, man, I wake up in the morning, okay? And if I want something, or if there's something out there that I need, I can go get it, you guys. I can go get it. No worries. No worries for me. And that's the way you guys should feel. That's the way you guys should be. And I would like, for all you guys to be able to, to have that no worry thing. You know what I mean? Because like I said, even with me, in my opinion, okay, a lot of people may not think that Google is not going to do nothing, but you guys is coming. Listen to me. Listen to me when I say this. If Amazon is doing it and the movie, distributors and everything else is putting the pressure on Amazon, you don't think they're going to put the pressure on Google? You know what I mean? They're going to. They're going to. So we want to be prepared for it. We want to be, we want to have our T's, crossed and our I's dotted. We want to make sure we can get through this when, we have a bumpy road, you guys. And, there's a lot of bumpy roads that we're going to come across because they want to challenge us. You know what I mean? So, what Wes Davis says. Wes Davis says getting ripped off, getting getting ripped off like we in church. Yeah, I mean, hey, we we gotta stick together, you guys. We gotta stick together, and that's why I'm here for you guys. My email, it is in the description of the video. My groups are there too. And if you need to get a hold of me, you can. It's I'm on Facebook, I'm on Telegram, I'm on Twitter, which is X. So you can get a hold of me any kind of way, and you can email me if you need to. Even if you don't want to be part of none of the groups, you just want to email me, you can and ask a question. Okay. That's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? And all the new people that's watching, that's going to be watching or that's watching right now, and that's going to be watching the replay. My name is KODIMAN. I'm a multiple talented type person. I talk about everything. I love music. I love streaming. I love everything. I love everything that there is to talk about. So, but I base my things, a lot of things off of basically, streaming, you guys, and music. I love music. I've always been a music type person. And so let's see who else. Let's see what else will we got. And Skull Playlist says that's all been said with Plex, MB, and Jellyfin. Yeah. And you guys, Plex a long time ago and MB used to be totally free, you guys. It used to be totally free. Now Jellyfin is totally free, you guys. Jellyfin is totally free. You can download the server, Jellyfin server, and you can use it however which way you want to set it up, and you can make adjustments to it. Now the sharing thing with Jellyfin, okay? You have to do something with your server, okay? You have to do something with it so that you can share it. And it's a long process to go through it. If anybody wants to do that with Jellyfin, give me a holler, and I'll shoot you a couple links to check out that I've seen out there that's relevant, easy to learn, and to be able to do, and so that you can be able to share your Jellyfin. But it's pretty much said that you could do it, but um Plex makes it really, really easy, you guys, to share. Okay. And but see, as we get in there, they want you to pay in order for you to share. It's coming, you guys. Everything is coming. Everything is building up, building up, building up. Plex already said, okay, everybody's coming to use Plex. So we go make a little bit of money ourselves. So basically, they say you want to be able to share your content and share it with your family and your friends. Well, there's a price that you have to pay. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I'm not for sure, you guys. I don't mess with MB too much, but I'm pretty sure that MB does do that too. I'm pretty sure MB has a price on that where you have to pay to do that. Okay. So but you guys, it's well worth it, and for the people that are out there, doing their thing, you know what I mean. It's well worth it. Okay. So and especially, if you got a nice library, you know what I mean, it's well worth it. Okay. But I tell you this, you guys, when you share your library, you guys, that can take a little toll. And just imagine it could take a little toll off your internet, okay? Just a little bit. The more you share, the more it takes a toll off of it. So, so just be careful, you don't want to be sharing like, 50 or 100 people, unless you got this, big server, internet server, you know what I mean, to be able to, share all that. And I don't even know how many people you can actually share with Plex. I don't know because I don't share that many. I only have, very few that I share with, but it's very well worth it, okay? So, let's see what Skull Playlist says. Let's see what he says in this one. He says which the layers stuff, play protect. Yeah, they do. They do have that play protect on stuff, which Google, that's their way of saying, do you actually really want to download this? It's called itself protecting you, which it is. It lets you know if an app, has, a virus in there, or if it's a bad APK. So, but and if you know it's not, then then you can go ahead and do it. They always give you the warning, saying you can if you want to, and if not, these are the repercussions. It might be a virus. It might be something that's going to hurt you. So, but Jellyfin is a whole new learning. I have paid Plex and MB2. Yeah, Jellyfin. I had Jellyfin. I got to get back into it. I had it and then I let it go, and now I got to get back to it. But Jellyfin is nice. If you want something just nice, just for yourself, to play with at your own home, at your residence, go ahead and get it. Play with it, you guys. Learn how to use, different pieces and parts of Jellyfin, because they do have repositories. And that's a whole nother video, you guys, when we talking about repositories for Jellyfin. The repositories are like, different things to build Jellyfin and make it work a certain way. Okay. To add things, maybe, to make the library work a certain way, or, these are like, things that like Plex has right now that are paid. Okay. Most people have repositories for Jellyfin, for you to use it. And, you know, it might work, it might not, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, Jellyfin is nice. Maybe one of these days, I don't know how far I can push with using Jellyfin on top of YouTube. You know what I mean? I don't know if they'll give me a strike for that. I don't know. But let me do some researching, you guys, before I get deep into that. But yeah, it is cheaper than Plex, you know what I mean? So but but I pay $6 a month. You can pay like yearly for Plex, but I pay monthly, because you just never know when something is gonna go down. You know what I mean? And you already paid a whole year. So listen, you guys, always pay monthly. When you're dealing with something, don't pay a whole year unless you absolutely know that for legit that you're gonna be able to use that service for a whole year. Because when you get into something, you pay it for a whole year. What if you can't use it, for 6 months? Now you just done paid a whole year for it. Now you done lost 6 months. So please, you guys, be careful out there um, with using products that you can use, that as legit, that you're gonna be able to use for a whole year. Okay, because you don't want to waste your money. Okay, let's see what Wes Davis says. Where can I go learn how to get my own movies and library? I'm in a beginner. Okay, Wes Davis, my email is in the description. Um, it if you go ahead and email me, you know, sometimes I'm feeling to the point where I'm feeling okay, and my neck is, it's all right. Sometimes I'm not, but uh just hit me up in the email, and let me know that you're who you are, you Wes Davis. Let me know you're Wes Davis from YouTube, and we can talk about it, so I can see what I could do for you and help you out and show you how to get this done. Okay, very very easy. It's a learning curve, for new people, because like I showed Mr. Brown, um, I showed Brown, I showed William Brown, I showed him how to do it, and he loves it. So it's a learning curve. So, if you're gonna be new to it, it's gonna take you a little bit to learn. And I am patient with people, you know what I mean? I will be patient with you, especially because I know people are just learning how to do it. So let me know who you are, give me some time, and we can work something out. Okay. Let's see who we got. We got right here. Big H. What's up, Big H? How you feeling, brother? How are you feeling? Hopefully you're doing pretty good. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, you guys, cord cutting news. This is a legit site. This is a big site, and I mean it's just bad. How they're raising prices on some of these other applications that we all can use, and then some of them are going away, you know what I mean, that people normally use on a daily basis and depend on. Okay, and you wake up the next day and they're not there anymore. Okay, they're not there anymore. So I want to tell you guys, please, you guys, be prepared. Be prepared. Always have a plan B. Okay. I've heard that, somebody told me that several times, in the past. Always have a plan B and always have a plan C. Okay. Always have a backup to a backup. I learned that from Superdale. Okay. And I always learned that from the past, but I learned that from Superdale when I first started streaming. Always have a backup, you guys. Always have a backup, because you just never know. What if something goes wrong here? Then you have this to back it up. Okay. So remember, you guys, you think about, okay, if you're a Fire Stick person, and you're watching me, think about some other devices that you're familiar with, and that you can use. Okay. Because there's a lot of other devices out there, you guys, besides the Fire Stick. And there's some people that really, I mean, I know some of you guys here that are here now. Uh, um, I know some of you guys here, don't depend on the Fire Stick, but there may be somebody that may be watching me, and you guys, please don't depend on it. And don't depend on an on device either. You know, depend on have multiple choices, okay? Multiple choices. All right. So just wanted to get on here with you guys. We've been on here for about half an hour or so. But I'm glad I got on here with you guys. I wasn't gonna get on, you guys. My neck, back of my neck was just, oh, it was just aching, you know what I mean? And I went out to eat and I came home and I told my wife and I said, I'm set up to go live. And she just looked at me and shook her head and I said, I gotta go lay down, before I go live, because if I say I'm gonna do something, you guys, most likely if I won't, unless I absolutely can't do it, you guys, I'm gonna go live. So, but that's because I love you guys and I love being around you guys and spending time with you guys. So, but Scholar says the best stuff aren't talked about. I don't depend on a fire or TV. All I depend on is myself. You're right, and that's with me, Skull playlist. I depend on myself. You know what I mean? Um, my menu is my main menu. You guys is my stuff. I don't depend on no cinema HD. I don't depend on no Cyberflex. I don't depend on no Streamio. And you guys, as sad as it seems, I got a Kodi build. You guys, I don't depend on that either. You guys, I don't. Because you want to know why? Because what if something happened and all add-ons are shut down? Then what? You know what I mean? Then what you do? I know what I'm going to do. I know what I can do. And I know what I'm going to do. So that's why I tell you guys, you can say, oh, I got Kodi. I got Kodi. I got Kodi. Don't ever say that because you don't know. You just don't know, you guys. You don't know. Anything is possible. Anything can happen at any time. So that's why you be prepared. You gotta be prepared. And get, and what I say is, get what you can get. So when all of it goes down, you could say, I got a good library. I ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? I'm telling you guys this for a reason. I'm telling you guys this for a reason, and all my colleagues and everybody else that that does live shows, they'll tell you the same thing. Okay? They'll tell you the same thing. So, I just wanted to, I ran across this, through the Cord Cutters News. And I also seen the video that Superdale put out, with Cinema HD. So, that just made me really think, what's really going on. You know what I mean? So a lot of these APKs, they're thinking, man, is it really worth it for me to keep going? And then they have us that we depend on them. Now we can't depend on them no more. And they're not worried about us. They're worried about themselves, about taking care of what they need to take care of. So that's why I say, for you guys, you have to have, something, for yourself. Something for yourself. And if you guys want to learn those things, let me know. Let me know. I'm here for you. I'm here for everybody. I'm a pretty decent guy. You know what I mean? You know, uh, I'm pretty fair. I'm pretty good to work with. You know, I understand when when you're just new and you're just learning. It's hard. I know it's hard, and that's why because I started off the same way you guys started off. I started off the same way. I'm doing this live show. I have all these monitors here. All this stuff here. You guys, when I started off with one little laptop and a little camera, and I had nothing, you guys. So that's why I tell you guys, you must it takes time, but it builds up. You guys can do it. You guys definitely can do it. So okay, Hufflink. Let's see. I'll I'll see you. I'll see you on this. I'll see you, Hufflink. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Uh, All right, you guys. So it's been about 40 something minutes. All right. So just wanted to show this news to you guys on Cord Cutters News. There's been a lot of stuff going on lately. Especially with, apps shutting down. And you're gonna start seeing a whole lot of that. You're gonna start seeing a whole lot of apps like shutting down, and you're gonna see like prices going up. You know what I mean? So be prepared for that, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off. You hear, you guys? I didn't want to be on here too long because I know you guys got to get up. And you guys got things to do tomorrow. So, but thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for showing up for the live. Hufflink, Skallless, Big H, Wes Davis. Who else? Mr. William Brown. Who else? And anybody else that I didn't see or didn't say anything. Much love to you guys. Appreciate you guys. Man, you guys gonna start seeing me a whole lot more often. You guys, I'm gonna start popping up, here and there and doing live shows. And also, you guys, I do have a Telegram group, you guys. And I do a lot of stuff inside my Telegram group, you guys. I do videos that, I can't produce here. I do, produce some videos there that that you can check out. Um and we do have some other topics there, some streaming topics, some retro gaming. I touch up, on retro gaming and gaming period. And I like, you guys, I'm a news person. I like to keep up on the news. So, I keep up on the news, the main news inside my group. I got one big group and I talk about everything there, you guys. So you guys go ahead and join those groups, especially my Telegram group. That's the main spot where I'm at all the time. I got a pretty good size, Facebook group. We don't talk much about there, because you can't do much on Facebook, in either. So, but it's a nice group. There's a lot of respectful people there. If you're there, come give me a holler. So, but yeah. Um, you guys stay safe, and I'll try to see you guys maybe the end of this week. The end of this week, I'll come back around and have a live show. Maybe we'll touch up on some. I want to do something with gaming. So give me some time and to put something together. Think it's something that I can show you guys and we'll go from there. All right. But you guys have a good one. You guys stay safe, stay blessed, and hey, I'll most definitely see you guys on next one. Peace out. Love you guys.